Hi guys, this is Rachel Youngson here from useplr.com and wholefoodplr.com. We are here for our Tuesday PLR Power Hour. This is where we take an opportunity to talk about what's going on with PLR, answer any questions people have about how to use their PLR, and talk about any resources that are going to help you in your business journey. Also, we talk about our members and their spotlights and their wins and what they've been up to and all the fun things that they've got going on. If you're new to the PLR Power Hour, you can go over to useplr.com, and on the right-hand side, you'll see a bunch of free reports that will help you get started using your PLR. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's really good to see everybody today. I'm really happy that everybody was able to make it out today, especially with the new year and all the fun things that brings. Let's see. Kim, would you like to start today? Would you feel comfortable if I picked on you first today? Okay, no worries, Kim. Feel free to lurk. Lurking and working. Yes. Also, for anyone who is who's listening to this replay, one thing that we pride ourselves in doing here over at USPLR with these power hours is to lurk and work. So if you don't want to talk, you don't have to talk. You're under no obligation to do so. Just use this time to carve out an hour of your time to put towards using your PLR. Carol, do you have anything you want to talk about today, or are you lurking as well today? If you could please let me know in the chat, and then we can unmute you if that's all right. Hi, Ron. Good to meet you today. If you are new to the PLR Power Hour, we have some resources over at useplr.com, a list of free reports that will help you get started using your PLR. Also, we are just going around the room and checking in with everybody. If you don't want to talk today, that's perfectly okay. Some folks just come here to lurk, and that's all right too. So, Miss Carol, can we touch base today? Okay, I tell you what. Angel, can I unmute you, sweetheart? Actually, you're pretty proficient. You'll probably unmute yourself.
Oh, sure.
How are you, Angel?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here.
We're happy to have you here. So, oh, real quick, Carol, I got your message. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I'll touch back with you in just a minute. Thanks for letting me know. So anyone who's not familiar with Angel, she has actually been spotlighted as in our Use PLR member spotlight a couple of times because she's done a lot of really cool things, and she's done them all at a really fast pace. So she's been doing guest blog posts. She's been doing things on her own site. She's been doing podcasts with other folks. I mean, it's really amazing, all the stuff that Angel's been doing. So, Miss Angel, have you been doing anything in the new year, or is there anything that you have coming up? I know that everybody's kind of trying to get their bearings back after the crazy holidays.
So, yes, Christmas went very different for me because I was kind of on bed rest. So I am climbing back to reality, but in the midst of getting better, I managed to put together the sales page for my one-day retreat on February. So I'm excited about that. And I also finalized the dates of my 2 global retreats, which will be further in the year.
Way to go, Angel. And then the one-day retreat, did you, is that something that we can share with the users, or is that something that's just specific to your community?
Oh, no, I'm happy to share it, and I'll the PLR tie is that the content that I use at all of my events is PLR.
That is the best. Like, did you hear the webinar we did with Charles Harper on using PLR in the offline world?
No, I didn't, but that's what I do. I need to check that out.
When you said that, it registered to me because his wife, actually, he was telling us that his wife took a piece of PLR and she was supposed to speak somewhere locally, and she actually made I don't know a dollar figure, but a decent amount of money doing that. So it worked out really really amazing, and they just used this PLR to do it. And guys, for those who are just checking in, Angel has dropped a link to her retreat page in the chat box. We'll go ahead and share it up here on the big screen too, so everybody can see it. And for anyone just coming in, we were just talking about how Angel uses PLR in these wonderful retreats that she does, and she uses it actually in a lot of different areas of her business. She's really kind of a PLR guru. Oh wow, it's coming up quick, Angel. February 2nd, huh? This is a beautiful sales page.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. You have no idea.
So anyone who is interested in taking a look at Angel and more of what she does, please feel free to check out this sales page. She's good people. We've known her for, gosh, I want to say 6 or 7 months now. And we're always impressed by her. So this is really cool, Angel. And I would like to share this in our email tomorrow too. So before I do, oh, I see. You can attend in person or online.
Yes, yeah, yes, you can. All of them are hybrids. Just, I would never want to, as someone who can have health issues, I would never want to rob a person of an opportunity for attendance because they can't, travel for whatever reason.
Yeah, I completely understand. And that's great. That's a great way to do it too, because I think that a lot of folks are going to be interested in this. So what I'm going to do is I'll mention it in our email tomorrow, so everybody kind of has a chance to get over here and take a look at the fun stuff that you're doing.
Thank you. So the way I have it set up now is that if you buy a ticket, you get like an automatic email to like sell another one for, and you keep half. But if anyone, because I pretty much know the people in my community, so if anyone buys through your link, I'll just send over half of that directly to you.
Okay, that sounds great. That sounds great. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Is it cool if I go ahead and mute you up, or did you have anything else you wanted to talk about today?
I'm already muted.
Thanks, Angel. Hey, Angie, welcome to the group. It's good to see you here today. Carol, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you now. Hi, ma'am. Are you ready to talk now? Are you able to talk? Poor Carol. I know she was having some.
Are you here now?
Hey, yeah. I hear ya.
Okay, good.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Another Tuesday.
Yes.
Which is good in that, like, Tuesdays is usually my meeting day, so it's good because it's like I like that I get to knock off the majority of my meetings in one day. But also, it's kind of like it's the day I don't get to go to the gym. It's the day I'm kind of chained to the house. But, that's not really a bad thing. If we're totally honest. I'm still in my PJs, so I can't really complain. So, since we talked last, have you been working on anything? Have you been?
I have. In fact, I'm going to push this into the chat box. I've been trying to up my skills in changing up the PLR for journals, and so I have a little sample journal that's free for everybody today that I put in the chat box.
Thank you, Carol. Oh, that's beautiful, Carol. Yeah, guys, so take a look at the chat box. There is a free PDF from Carol here for you. Carol makes great journals. She did one just a few weeks ago about the new year. So this would be a great complement to that. And of course, we get it for free. Thank you so much, Carol. We really appreciate that.
Start to feel a little more comfortable with the PowerPoint adaptations. It's just a learning curve, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Changing the colors and the fonts and the images and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I think like I completely understand. And you know, even when we did that that webinar with Jen Brockman the other week, there's so much that she showed us that I was like, oh wow, had no idea we could do that. So she made it like much less intimidating for me, at least. I was like, maybe this could really work, because she just had so much confidence in it. But this is really nice. So can I ask real quick, can I share this with the community tomorrow, or is this just something you'd like to keep free for?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. It's part of trying to expand my audience. So they will get to my inside, as you saw on that first page, probably takes them to my website, and they can sign up for the year-end journal if they're still looking at things. And so.
Okay. Oh, that's great. This is really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll definitely share this. So have you been working on anything else since we've spoken last?
Nothing specific. I'm just trying to get regrouped for the year.
Yeah, I'm in that mode. I get you.
Somehow this isn't a jump in and go year for me, so.
Me neither. And you know, I can like, I don't know. I think like now that the teenagers back in school and my relatives are gone, I think it's going to slowly get that way, like become like more of a work day again. But like for today, especially, like my sister left over the weekend, or just this morning actually. So I was like, okay, well now I'm back to work and the teen's off of school, and and then he's got a delay today. So we'll see. Someday it'll be a work day, but I don't know.
It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. I need to just give myself a little bit of a break, I guess. So I'll go ahead and share this, ma'am. And do you have any questions or anything for me before we move on?
Nope. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate you. Angel says, we all deserve grace. Amen, Angel. Amen. Angie, it's good to see you here today. Hi, John. Okay, so for the newer folks that are here today, we are coming to you from useplr.com and wholefoodplr.com. If you are new to using PLR, over on our Use PLR site, we have a list of free reports. They're over on the bottom right-hand side, and they will all show you how to use your PLR, take it and put it into action. We also have some easy ways to use your PLR from other folks, how to make a 5-day mini course with PLR, that kind of stuff, how to implement your PLR from Piggy Makes Bank, rewriting tips from Ruth at Content Shortcuts. And those can all be found over there. So right now, for the folks who are newer to this Power Hour, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go around and call on everybody. If you don't want to talk, it's totally okay. Some folks just come on here to carve out an hour to work on their PLR, and that is really great. If you are working on your PLR and you have a question at some point, let me know. But yeah, I mean, feel free to tell me if you're lurking, because we don't mind lurkers here. Miss Angie, welcome to the group. Did you want to speak today, ma'am, or did you want to chat in the chat box, or did you just want to lurk today? If you wouldn't mind just throwing it in the chat box, just say lurk if you want to lurk. No audio today. No problem, Angie. No problem at all. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Or if there's anything between this week and next week that you want to talk to me about, you can reach me directly at rachel@useplr.com. And if you want to have like a private discussion about anything, we can even like hop in a Zoom room and knock it out. Ron, did you have any desire to talk today? If you don't, it's totally okay. If you could just say lurking in the chat box, or if you could just let me know that you want to talk. And while he's doing that, I was talking to my business coach the other day, and we talked about this nifty thing called Trello. And I don't know if any of you folks have heard of it, but I had used it way back when, and I apparently wasn't using it very well. And I think, I haven't put this into action yet, but I think for those folks who are looking for ways to organize their PLR, this might be a really good solution. Angie says she uses it every day. Then you must know what I'm talking about. By the way, Angie, Angel says welcome, welcome, and I'm with her. Welcome to our little group. Yeah, I never realized that you could do checklists and that kind of stuff. Angie says that she was just thinking about using it to organize PLR. I mean, it does, it's like, as I was going through and making these little checklists and things, I was like, geez, that seems so simple. Using it to organize my PLR. Why haven't I done that before? And we have another user here. I don't have your name, but if you feel like talking today, please feel free to let me know in the chat box, and we will get connected. And if not, please feel free to just kind of observe what we're doing today, or carve out this hour to work on your PLR. So anyway, folks, and Angie, feel free to let me know if you know something cooler or if I'm doing something way wrong. But so this is initially what Trello looks like. It's a free account. You create these boards, and in these boards you create lists. So for instance, I have my write stuff, which is all of my writing stuff. Some of you know that I do FBA, so this is my FBA board. And when you go into your board, you can make all of these neat little cards. So like we have these to-do lists. This is a bad board to show you because honestly, I was just messing with this 10 minutes ago, but I'll show you on my other board. This is my FBA board, so don't pay attention to the fact that it's my FBA board. But I have a column for today, a column for done, and a column for archive. We have our daily checklist. Hang on just a minute, guys. Sorry, I have something real quick I just need to respond to, and then we will get going. Okay, sorry about that, folks. All right, so I have this daily checklist. And so if you like click on this, these are all the FBA tasks that I have to do in the day. And so I have, like, I was able to click on this box, and then I was able to click add, and then you just go down and you make little things up, and then you can reorganize them. And then as you check them off, it tells you, you know, that you're great, all that kind of stuff. So this is what I'm thinking with our PLR. Kind of the same scenario. So we have, maybe instead of today, we name this PLR to use. And maybe each one of these cards is a PLR niche. And then maybe we have a checklist attached to each one of the niches. And that checklist goes over maybe what packs we have available or maybe how we want to use them. The other cool thing you can do is you can copy your card and you can move it over to different places. You can also share it with other folks. So like if you're outsourcing and you have a writer, you can invite them to your board and they can get their tasks and they can get doing what they need to do quickly. And Angie, again, if I am misspeaking here, please stop me. But like I said, I'm really kind of fiddling with this. But yeah, I've been working with this morning and I've been thinking this is just so great. And you could even, if you have like I have this Write Stuff board that is all of my writing work for Whole Food PLR and just kind of an overview of everything. You can even just create a board and just have the board as PLR, or have separate boards for health PLR and fitness PLR and that kind of thing. You can have a board for possible affiliates, and your columns could be affiliates you've reached out to, affiliates that you're going to reach out to, their affiliate responses, maybe upcoming affiliate promos. And you can, again, make those cool little checklists and use those checklists to kind of keep track of everything that you're doing as you go along. So I was thinking that this would be a really, really great tool for organizing your PLR. You don't have to use it, but if you choose to use it, I'd love to know how it goes for you. Also, let's see, what else do we have? Anyone who is newer to using PLR, who hasn't been over on the Use PLR site yet, just so you know, we do have this nifty blog post over here, and it is all about what PLR is, what your rights are, how to understand everything, and that's right over here in the upper left-hand corner. What is PLR? It will give you basically a rundown of everything. Let's see, we also have a few member wins for this week. If anyone else would like to submit for member wins, please feel free to shoot me an email at rachel@useplr.com, or reach out to me on the Facebook page if you would like to do it that way. Anyone else have any questions, any resources that you're looking for, any hey, have you heard of this PLR seller kind of stuff that you'd like to talk about? If so, yeah, let's do it. If not, then I say I can shut my mouth for the rest of the half hour or the rest of the hour, and we can all do our own work and then touch base real quick at the end of the hour. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do then is I will go ahead and I will mute myself. If anyone has any questions or if anyone wants to talk, please let me know in the chat box and we will get squared away. Other than that, let's all take some time and just put that PLR to use. That would be, how are you going to organize it? What is your goal, your objective? And then we're going to figure out where you're going to put it up at, how you're going to put it up, shopping cart you're going to be using, are you going to be using an affiliate program, all that fun stuff. And of course, we're here if you need us. Okay, guys, thank you. Hey Jen, no worries about being late. We ran through everything pretty quickly today. We got done in like a half hour. So we're all just chilling out for the rest of the hour and working on our PLR. But if you want to talk to us about anything, please let me know in the chat box. I will be more than happy to chat with you. For those of you who are newer to these power hours, Jen Brockman runs a journal and planner site. She has been one of our guests at our recent power hour, and she showed us detailed steps on how to take care of planners and journals and how to make money with them, which has been pretty amazing. A lot of people have loved it. So feel free to chat with Jen privately or let me know if you need any details about her. She has a question for us. All right, Miss Jen, let's have it. How are you today?
Hey, I am actually under the weather, me and Nova both, but
Oh,
my question is for everybody. And maybe you guys have talked about this at some point, I don't know, but how many of you are engaging in other communities that are kind of similar to this one, but maybe are more about helping you get your business move forward? Or are you working with a coach of some sort? I'm really curious about that type of stuff.
that's a great question. Yeah, guys. So this isn't just talking about like PLR and how you're using PLR. This is, are you using a coach and are you involved in other communities to help your business move forward? Is that right, Jen?
Yeah, exactly. And I have a reason for asking. It's not anything like super specific. Part of it is just that I'm generally curious. Part of it is because I got involved in another community that is, it's helping out quite a bit. So I'm just kind of curious what everybody else's experiences are, because I think we have a pretty wide range of people in this group, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We're kind of like, yeah, we have folks in all different niches who use PLR coming together. So
cool. Yeah, so just in general, I'm curious kind of from everybody.
Yeah, if anyone wants to start dropping their answers in the chat box, that is, are you involved in other communities that talk about growing your business? And feel free to share what they are if you think they can help the group. And do you work with a coach? And some folks like to name their coaches, some don't. But I will start off and I'll say that I work with Kelly McCausey as my business coach. She works over at Love People Make Money. She's wonderful. She's sweet. She's fun. She's great. I've also in the past worked with Connie Reagan Green. I love her to pieces as well. So as far as coaching, those are the two that I've used. As far as community, I am not as good as I should be at community, but I am involved in Kelly's communities, which are her Love People Make Money Facebook group and her Momentum group.
Great answers. I love Connie Reagan Green too. I just kind of met her recently through Cindy Bedar. Connie came on and did a kind of a webinar thing with Cindy in her group, and it was great. It was really funny.
Connie is, yeah, I love, honestly, some folks know and some folks don't, but Connie is actually the reason that I was able to leave my job. So, I mean, when I say I have a soft spot for Connie, I mean, I really have a soft spot for, like, I credit her with.
Right. Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, and I want to be really clear for anyone who is listening to the replay of this. I'm not saying that I fully replaced my offline income. I haven't. But in my situation, I had a child who was having health issues, and we dealt with it for a couple of years. Hospital stays and all that fun stuff. No more leave from work, and decisions had to be made. So Connie and I started working together way back when he first got sick, just out of coincidence. I think God had a hand in it, actually. And she helped me to view every decision as if I have to walk away from my job, what is the best decision to make for this business going forward? So, And because of that, when it was time for me to put my family first, you know, I was able to supplement part of, I had part of that income already. Now I'm halfway to fully being there. But I just wanted to really make that clear because I don't want people to get confused. I know when we deal with money and stuff, it's easy for people to get like stars in their eyes about certain things, and I just don't want to mislead anybody.
No, I'm completely with you there. I think that brings up another question too that might be relevant for a lot of people that are not only in this group but in a lot of groups that are similar to this, which is, you know, what your why is. For so many of us, it's because of a kid. It's because of a family member who is sick in one way or another, and you know, we have to be there for them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And you know, and those, to me, those are like the most, in a lot of ways, they're like the most powerful whys, you know?
Yeah.
I know.
They sure can be.
I'm sorry?
I said, yeah, they sure can be.
Yeah, right. And you know what I'm talking about. And it's like, you know, you come to that point where, you know, I left a job that I actually thought I'd retire at. I loved my job, like totally loved it. I ran meetings. I had a lot of people on, like, that I worked with. I trained people. I loved it. And, you know, but things had to happen to take care of the family. So, yeah. So Connie really helped me with that. Angie says that she was working with Lynn Terry for 15 years.
Yeah. I love Lynn Terry.
I'm sorry.
I've never met her personally, really, but I've followed her in her different kind of niches for forever, for as long as I've been aware of kind of PLR and even beyond that. She's fun to watch.
You know, I've never actually dealt with Lynn personally, but Angie, I think, isn't she the low carb traveler? Isn't she?
Yeah, that's who she is.
Yeah, I thought so. Alice Seba talks about her a lot. I think we're good buddies. So,
well, see, I think maybe that's one reason that I kind of connected with her too. So, my youngest daughter, who's 17, she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and one of the ways that you can combat that is by going low carb. So, with a whole lot of help from my boyfriend's sister, who is like borderline diabetic, and had gone through like all kinds of stuff when it came to adjusting foods. She helped me quite a bit, but through that whole journey of starting to learn about, you know, food choices and doing things differently, I ran across Lynn Terry again. I was aware of her before that, you know, just from like online business stuff. But then she was quite a bit of help too. I mean, not anything personal and in that, not in that way. But you know, being able to follow her blog and her journey, because she's been through some ups and downs with the whole low carb thing. So yeah, she's pretty darned influential in that sphere.
that's, you know, I joined this weight loss program recently, called Lady Boss, and I love it. But one of the things she was talking about was carbs and how they affect us, and it's so interesting, like how different, like for instance in your daughter's case, how being low carb is really beneficial for her. And then there are other folks though who, if they don't have enough of, I don't know if it's a certain kind of carb, I didn't really pay attention, but if they don't have enough carbs, then they can start to become forgetful and start to, you know, kind of feel the effects of that. So it's really interesting, like how different people flow through their health journeys.
Oh, sure. Well, I think there's a lot of science involved that people don't, they're not aware of it. And I don't think all of the doctors are aware of it. And so the doctors can't communicate that, you know, just because it works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for the next person in exactly the same way.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I guess I never answered question too. So right now I don't have a personal coach, but I'm in a couple of different groups, one of which is Cindy Badar, which I mentioned earlier. And it's not really a coaching group per se, but she's got a community, and it's kind of the back end of your business, especially digital marketing type stuff. I've been in her group in her membership for a couple of months now. And then I joined Angela Wills in her new group for the new year. And I really like that. There's a ton of engagement there. And she puts out some fantastic guides, I guess is what they're called now. But the engagement in her group has been just really great. I've met a whole lot of people and have made some new business friends there. So that's kind of my answer. Although I am actually a certified life coach. I went through a year-long program several years ago, and it was actually pretty life-changing, some of the stuff that I learned in there.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's pretty neat. So if you have any affiliate links by any chance for anything you want to drop in the chat, please feel free to do that. Guys, I haven't worked with Angela. I've heard of Angela though. I know Kelly has worked with Angela. I think we may have talked a few times in passing, but I've heard great things about her and what she does. I believe she does the laptop lifestyle. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, she does. She's a really good person. I've actually worked with Cindy before. She's done tech work for us over on our sites, and she's great. And I could not have been more happy when I heard that she was doing the systems type of program that she's got running now, because she's so smart and she's so detail oriented. And she does webinars too, doesn't she? Doesn't she do like monthly webinars in addition to breaking down the system for you?
Maybe. I guess maybe I'm not super aware of that. Mostly what I've seen is her her templates and her kind of training products so far.
Mm-hmm.
I think she has a weekly call or a monthly call. I don't remember now. It's been a long weekend.
No worries, no worries.
She does kind of like what you're doing, where if she has a guest come on, which like the last one that I was able to actually watch was with Connie Reagan Green. I think she's done one since then, but that was the last one I got to watch.
Angel said she also does.
Angel is saying something about like she includes her Trello templates. Yeah, and her monthly membership includes a monthly webinar. So yeah, I think she usually has a guest with her.
She's really great. And the being part of that membership is so, for me, I really encourage anyone who's looking for information on how to systemize their business to take a look at I would appreciate if you looked through Jen's link that she has in the chat box over here. But Cindy, I can tell you, for me to work with Cindy, it was upwards of $300 per, not per hour, but per package of hours that I got from her. And even though she's great and she's brilliant and, I love talking to her, it can really weigh on some marketers having that kind of cash,
Yes.
cash flow. So this is a really great way for people to kind of get inside her mind and learn from her without having to spend that kind of money. So.
Yes, absolutely. Because I'm in the same boat. I'm new enough to this that I'm bringing in some money, but I still have to be really careful about where that money goes and make sure there's enough to pay the affiliates and pay the taxes and all of that kind of stuff too. So I honestly think that the memberships are a great way to go, but get a lot of value out of them and kind of learn how to do things a little bit on your own and not have to spend all of that money up front.
Yeah, definitely. And, there are some, I don't necessarily love all the memberships, but I do love, like Cindy's. Cindy's is great. Kelly McCausey's is great. Angela's is great. Folks who are into PLR and like for coaches, Coach Glue is perfect. You know, those types of sites where you know that it's going to be PLR that you're going to use all the time if it's a PLR membership. I mean, all of that to me is super important. Like you said, I mean, we all have to make sure that those pennies are accounted for, because we all have that accountant to you know, I work and I talk to my accountant, and that's kind of like talking to my boss. And
Yeah,
this
exactly.
kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies sometimes. So, Sherry, welcome. It's good to see you here today. Jen, is it cool if I go ahead and mute you up, or would you like to share anything else?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I just kind of had that question, and it was kind of cool to hear different perspectives on it. Thanks.
Sure. And guys, if anyone has any responses to Jen or wants to get in touch with Jen between the 2 power hours, feel free to let me know. Shoot me an email at rachel@useplr.com, and I'll be sure to forward it right on over to her. Sherry, just so that you know, we are having our PLR Power Hour. If you are new to PLR, over at useplr.com, you will see a list of free reports that will help you put your PLR into action. If you are kind of trying to figure out what PLR is, there is a blog post on the main page on the left-hand side called What is PLR? And that will walk you through everything. And another thing that we do over here is we kind of talk about our businesses, ask questions, look for resources, and showcase what we're up to. If you want to lurk, that's fine. But if you'd like to talk to us today, you're more than welcome to. There should be a chat box in your meeting window. Please feel free to let me know if you want to talk. Other than that, okay, guys, so we looked over Trello today. We talked to Jen. Let me grab you Cindy's link too. Jen was kind enough to give us Angela's link, and that's for Angela's training, which is great. And then Cindy Bidar, her link is coming up, and she's the one who's going to teach you more about systems and that type of thing. Angela is just like, she's an overall smarty, and she helps with a lot of stuff. I do believe she actually gives proof of her income at various points too, which is really great.
Do we have time for me to answer Jen's question?
Hey, Angela, yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Thanks. I was just going to say, so I'm reevaluating, so I'm very happy to be here, but I ended 2019, even before the pneumonia, closing out different memberships, paying off different coaching programs. I was in one coaching program that was $15,000. It was the Gina DeVee Divine Living Academy, which I do not recommend. I will not go into detail, but obviously if someone's looking into it, you could contact me directly. I was in Kelly's membership for a little bit. I was in Angela's membership twice, and I joined Cindy Bidar's membership. I was in and still am in Grant Cardone's mastermind, Billie Jean's mastermind. So obviously I heavily invested in 2008 as well as in 2017. My business coach was Michelle Sism, who, similar to your story of Connie, Michelle Sism, I just credit so much to the foundation of my business, of my coaching education, of everything. I cannot say enough good things about Michelle Sism. Because of my success with Michelle Sism is why I invested so heavily as well the following year. And I learned a lot, and that's kind of why I feel like I should pipe in a little bit. I just wanted to say, when you consider working with a coach, and as a business coach, obviously I recommend them. But when you consider working with a coach, working with a mentor, or joining a membership, it's important to know, like Rachel said, where you are, what you need, and what you have time for. Because like Angela's membership is so great, and I highly recommend it for like newer or starting entrepreneurs, right? Because her membership is great, but for someone like me, who, I can do a funnel in a whole day if I just devote the day to it. Well, obviously, a challenge on, creating your first opt-in is not something that's necessarily targeted at me, versus Cindy Bedard, whose membership, again, is great, is heavily into systems, and she's going to go deep, deep into it, which is great if you're wanting to really systemize, if that's the season you're in. But if you're in a season where you're really having to jump and go and keep it moving, you just want to be mindful. And of course, Rachel already talked about Kelly. So, I mean, I can personally say that all of the women that have been named that I'm familiar with have talents and strengths, which you all know. But I just want to say, as someone who invested very heavily last year, to be mindful of where you are and specifically what you need, so you can align yourself with a program that's not only good, because most of them that we mentioned, they're great, but that's good for you. That's all I wanted to share.
Thank you, Angel. Yeah, you're so, and real quick before we wrap up, everything Angel said, agree with it 100%. I also, when we're talking about things like coaching and things like that, I would like everyone to be aware that, just because someone is a couple of things. First of all, just because someone's a good coach doesn't mean that they're necessarily a good coach for you, or that they're a good coach for your business and where it is at the moment. Like Angel said, you have to be conscious of where your business is, where you want it to go, and what you're spending on a coach and all that kind of stuff. But I also wanted to let you know that some of these bigger ticket coaching programs are great, but some of them aren't so great. And I can tell you that I haven't worked with the bigger ticket coaching programs, but I know folks who've used these $15,000 a month programs, and they've gotten really far. I also know folks who've used who spent like $2,000 or $3,000 per month coaching with a very well-known marketer that I'm not going to name out of respect, but a lot of folks did not. It didn't really match up to what people are able to get for just a few $100s a month, because this person had the name, they kind of had the clout, so they were able to charge this much, but they weren't really giving what they should have been for what people were paying. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for where you are in your business. If you ever have any questions on coaching or who to use or PLR resources or anything like that, please reach out to me, Rachel@useplr.com. If you want to get in touch with Jen directly about anything that she talked about today, please let me know, and I will forward that message over to her. This is Rachel Youngson from useplr.com and wholefoodplr.com. Please keep an eye on your useplr emails for our Power Hour replay. All right, guys, everyone have a wonderful day. I will see you next Tuesday, 1 Eastern, at rachelonzoom.com. All right, guys, take care. Bye, Angel. Bye, Angie. Hey, it was really great having you here today.